You are sitting in your room at night. The lights are off. You know you're safe. You know there is nothing there. But then your brain starts imagining things. A strange sound appears louder. A shadow looks like a person. A dark corner suddenly feels dangerous. But why? Why does the human brain create fear when there is nothing to see? Because thousands of years ago, darkness was not just uncomfortable, it was a survival challenge. And even though humans now live in cities with electricity and technology, the ancient brain inside us still remembers a world where darkness could mean danger. Today, darkness is something most humans experience every day. We turn off the lights, we close our doors, we sleep safely inside our homes. For most people, the night is no longer a dangerous place. But our reaction to darkness tells a different story. A child walking into a dark room may feel afraid. An adult alone in a dark street becomes more alert. A simple noise during the night can instantly change our emotions. The strange part is that humans are one of the only species that can fear something we cannot even see. But this fear did not appear randomly. It was created by millions of years of evolution. Before humans had cities, phones, and artificial light, the night was a completely different world. Our ancestors lived surrounded by darkness. Every sound could mean an animal. Every shadow could hide a threat. Every unknown movement could decide whether someone survived or disappeared. So why did humans develop such a powerful reaction to darkness? And why does that ancient fear still exist inside modern humans today? To understand this, we need to travel back to a world where the sun was not just a source of light, it was protection. Thousands of years ago, humans lived under a completely different sky. There were no streetlights, no houses glowing at night, no screens, no electricity. When the sun disappeared, the world changed. The darkness became almost complete. Imagine being an early human living thousands of years ago. You are sitting near a small fire. Beyond the light is a huge unknown world. You can hear movement, you can hear sounds from the forest, but you cannot see what is creating them. Your eyes cannot answer the most important question, is something there? And for ancient humans, that question was not just curiosity, it was survival. A person who ignored danger could die. A person who reacted too quickly could survive. This created one of the most important systems in the human brain, the ability to detect possible threats. The brain was not designed to make humans comfortable. It was designed to keep humans alive, and darkness was the perfect environment for uncertainty. Because when humans cannot see, the brain begins filling the empty space with possibilities. The human brain has a powerful ability. It can create images of things that are not actually there. This ability allows humans to imagine the future. It allows us to plan. It allows us to create. But this same ability can also create fear. When humans see something unclear in darkness, the brain tries to complete the picture. A tree branch moving becomes a possible animal. A strange sound becomes a possible threat. A shadow becomes something unknown. Why? Because evolution rewards caution. Imagine two ancient humans walking through a dark environment. One person thinks, that sound is probably nothing. The other thinks, that sound might be dangerous. If there is no danger, both survive. But if there is a predator, the cautious person has a better chance. Over thousands of generations, humans who reacted quickly to possible danger were more likely to survive. This created a survival system. It is better to mistake a harmless shadow for danger than to mistake danger for something harmless. The human brain became a prediction machine, and sometimes it predicts danger even when danger does not exist. But something interesting happened. The same imagination that created fear also created something amazing. The human ability to imagine invisible things became one of our greatest strengths. The brain that once imagined predators in the dark also imagined stories. It created myths. It created art. It created religion. It created explanations for the unknown. When ancient humans looked into darkness, they did not only see danger, they saw mystery. Different cultures around the world created different stories about the night. Some believed spirits moved after sunset. Some created legends about creatures hiding in darkness. Some used stories to explain things they could not understand. The details changed, but the pattern stayed the same. Humans have always tried to understand the unknown, because uncertainty is one of the things the human mind struggles with most. Darkness represents uncertainty. It removes information, and when information disappears, the imagination takes control. Many animals can see better in darkness than humans. Cats, wolves, and many predators have adaptations that help them survive at night. Humans do not. Our eyes are not designed for darkness. We are visual creatures. We depend heavily on information from our surroundings. When we lose sight, we lose control. This is why darkness affects humans differently. It creates a gap between what we know and what we do not know. And the human brain hates unanswered questions. A hidden object creates more curiosity than a visible object. A mysterious sound creates more attention than a familiar sound. The unknown forces the brain to focus. This was useful for survival, but in the modern world, it can create unnecessary fear. A person walking through a dark house at night is not facing the same dangers as an ancient human, but the brain does not completely understand the difference. It still uses ancient survival systems. For thousands of years, humans lived with the same problem. The night was powerful. When the sun disappeared, humans lost their greatest advantage. Their eyes became weaker. Their surroundings became unknown. Their imagination became stronger. But humans had something unique. Instead of simply accepting darkness, they tried to change it. The first solution was simple: fire. Fire was more than just a source of heat. It was the first technology that pushed back against the darkness. Around a fire, humans could see. They could cook food. They could protect themselves. They could gather together. The small circle of light created something important, a safe space inside an unknown world. The darkness did not disappear, but humans created a boundary between what they understood and what they could not see. This pattern continued throughout human history. Torches, candles, oil lamps, electric lights. Every invention that created light was humans fighting against the same ancient challenge, the unknown. But even after thousands of years of controlling darkness, the fear remained. A modern human can stand in a bright city full of technology and still feel uncomfortable walking alone in a dark place. Why? Because humans did not remove the ancient brain. We simply built a modern world around it. Darkness does something interesting to the human mind. It creates empty space, and humans naturally fill empty space with meaning. When people did not understand what happened during the night, they created stories. Across different civilizations, darkness became connected with mysterious forces. Some cultures imagined spirits. Others created legends about creatures hiding in the shadows. Some believed the night was connected to another world. These stories were different depending on where humans lived, but the reason behind them was similar. Humans were trying to explain something they could not see. This reveals something important about our species. Humans are not only survival machines, we are meaning-making machines. When we face uncertainty, we search for answers. Sometimes we create science. Sometimes we create stories. Sometimes we create myths. But the desire is the same, to understand the unknown. Darkness became one of humanity's oldest mysteries because it represented everything outside our control. At first, fear seems like a weakness. Nobody enjoys feeling afraid. Nobody wants their heart to beat faster because of a shadow. But fear is actually one of the reasons humans survived. Fear is information. It tells the brain, pay attention. Something might matter. Something might be dangerous. Without fear, early humans would have taken unnecessary risks. They might have ignored predators. They might have walked into dangerous situations. Fear protected them. But there is something even more interesting. The same brain system that creates fear also creates curiosity. Think about it. When humans see something unknown, they have two possible reactions: run away or investigate. Fear says, be careful. Curiosity says, find out. This balance shaped human history. Humans were afraid of the unknown, but they were also brave enough to explore it. The same species that feared the darkness eventually crossed oceans, explored space, and studied the universe. The unknown scared us, but it also attracted us. Today, most people watching this video live in a world completely different from our ancestors. We have electric lights, cameras, alarms, technology, buildings designed for safety. The darkness outside our bedroom is usually not dangerous. But the human brain was not created in the modern world. It was created through thousands of generations of survival. Your brain still carries ancient systems. The same brain that helped an early human notice movement in the forest is the brain you use today. That is why a strange noise at night feels different. That is why a dark hallway feels longer. That is why imagination becomes stronger when information disappears. The darkness did not become dangerous again. The brain simply remembers a time when it was. The strange truth is, humans do not actually fear darkness itself. We fear what darkness represents: the unknown, the invisible, the things we cannot predict. Because throughout human history, uncertainty meant risk. Our ancestors survived because they respected what they could not see. And even today, that ancient instinct remains inside us. But perhaps the most fascinating part is this: the same human brain that creates fear in darkness is the same brain that creates dreams, inventions, art, and discoveries. The imagination that once saw danger in shadows is the imagination that allowed humans to create entire civilizations. Humans have spent thousands of years trying to defeat the dark. We created fire. We created cities. We created artificial light. But the fear never completely disappeared. Because darkness was never only about what was outside us. It was about what happened inside our minds. When the world becomes invisible, the human brain begins creating possibilities. Sometimes those possibilities create fear. Sometimes they create curiosity. And sometimes they create something completely new. The fear of darkness is not proof that humans are weak. It is evidence of where we came from. Every time you feel uncomfortable in the dark, you are experiencing a feeling connected to millions of years of human survival. A reminder that inside every modern human there is still an ancient mind trying to understand an unknown world. So the next time the lights go out, remember, you are not just afraid of the dark. You are feeling one of the oldest instincts humans have ever carried. Because before humans created light, we first had to learn how to survive the darkness.